And ironically, I don't even think
people got to turn up next year.
Yeah, but ironically, I don't even think we need to get too many in. We need a lot out.
Oh, 100%. And that brings us on to the last topic of the panel is who should we sell this summer? I mean, I've got a long list of names who I think that we should be selling.
Harry Winks, we start with Harry Winks.
I'll go through my list and see who, if you think we should sell them. So Hugo Lloris will be the first one.
He got another year in his deal. Keep him at the club.
You keeping him, yeah?
You're getting off big wages off the.
I would be surprised if he'd be prepared to be a number 2. For me, it'd have to be a number 2.
But who's going to buy him?
Huh?
You go back to France.
Or someone will buy him.
I mean, I reckon a big bid from Saudi could come in.
Yeah, I think someone already has, isn't it?
He's made too many errors, mate.
If there's a deal on the table, I'll take it.
I would not even take a fee for him. Let him go for free just to get the wages off the books.
There's big wages, and we can change captain finally.
You can definitely say that.
Who's that?
Davinson. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Rip it up.
Perisic.
Yeah, for me,
I'd like him as a squad player. I don't think that's a bad thing. If he
also on 180 grand a week.
Not for me.
Yeah, but if he's your sub, that's the kind of level I want to see my subs to be.
Do you think he'd want to stick around? I mean, he came for Conte. In
yeah, I think his time.
I don't think he wants. I don't think he wants to be there, but I don't think he's got many options.
Eric Dyer.
Get out.
Sign him up. 5-year deal.
10 years deal with being the manager afterwards.
Sessegnon.
Not for me. No.
He's had his chances, and I've been someone who's always tried to back him.
Really disappointed.
I've wanted it to work out, but it hasn't.
When he was at Fulham and he just come through and he was scoring goals in the Championship, by the way, not in the Premier League. He found the Premier League a tough ask.
He was like 16, 17.
Yeah. He found the Premier League a tough ask.
23 now.
Yeah.
Even found himself out of the Fulham team.
I think Cess would do a great job at Luton.
If that, I think he's a Championship player.
Yeah, no good.
Tanganga.
Gone.
Yeah, not good enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a shame because he is a Tottenham boy.
Yeah.
But I don't care for that sentiment. I don't care if you come through our academy or not. Are you good enough? Yes or no?
I'm in that camp, by the way. I would like a few more Spurs fans to join that camp. I think that we glorify people that come through the academy.
So I think the Man City fans have gone, oh, Haaland's not from our academy. I can't love him. Teddy Sheringham went from the academy. I love the geezer.
You know what I mean?
We're seeing teams, all the top teams, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, even Man City, bringing players through their academy. What have we got to show for it? Harry Kane, and that's it.
Yeah, the academy's a problem. But like when you look at it and you think...
But also, the players not getting a chance is a problem. Marcus Edwards, Madueke, there's lots of people who have gone on to do good things.
The two forwards, let's use 2 forwards, for example, who are seen as our closest to probably getting is probably Dane Scarlett. He's a part of the thing. He scored, 3 goals this year out on loan?
Something like that, yeah.
3, and he scored 2 of them in one game, and the other one was right at the beginning of the season.
We hype these boys up, don't we?
He's played, I think he's played over 35 games. Yeah.
Troy Parrott.
I've scored more this season.
The other one's Troy Parrott.
Yeah.
I think he scored, only a couple of goals.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, everyone would go, yeah, but look at Harry. When Harry had the loan deal, went out there, everyone everything. But he was a freak situation. If you look at the majority of other loan deals that have gone on, them numbers are not good enough.
And it looks like players like Romain Mundle could be leaving as well, not signing a contract. Can you blame him?
No, there's no pathway for him.
Again, he shouldn't have got to that situation.
But again,
how's he seeing that deal?
Let's have it right with the Harry situation. Harry's development came out of desperation. In terms of he's in the Europa League, getting a bit of chances on the... Soldado was rubbish.
Yeah.
Addy was on his own. So sometimes being in a bad situation might...
Difficult to give players an opportunity, an academy player an opportunity at this stage with Spurs because it's the risk-reward factor. There's so much risk that comes with it. And if you've got to make a decision, whether you run with experience or youth, 9 times out of 10 you're going to go with the experience.
Who else we got?
Ben Davis.
Get out, I'm bored of you. So bored.
What do you reckon about Ben Davis?
Yeah, you know what? People find it hard to really criticise him too much because of the type of person he probably is. But from a footballing point of view,
he's a 5 or 6 out of 10 maximum every week.
Around on the bench.
You probably get a lot of Spurs fans probably say.
Yeah, but again, because this is the problem.
I think we need a clean out.
How many players can you realistically get rid of and bring in one window?
Well,
that's very true.
Poch did it, didn't he? Because that's what I said. I forgot that. It was Lennon told us, wasn't it? And he went, it was Pochettino that got rid of me. Rid of loads of them.
Yeah.
At the moment, we've got 1 centre-half, Romero, so we're doing well.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What about Højbjerg?
No, he stays. I think
we've been big fans. Do you want to speak about Pierre? You can imagine those.
He's been rubbish since Bentancur's been injured.
I agree.
But him and Bentancur have a good relationship. I think even him and Basuma have a good relationship. Asking him and Skip to try and ignite a midfield ain't going to happen. His numbers, assists and goals, ain't half bad for what he actually does.
He's got 5 and 5 or 6.
You've got to be consistent as well. If I'm having a little criticism, criticising Oliver Skip, then you have to pull him up, Højbjerg.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's been very poor since Bentancur.
The levels have gone way too low.
But I'd keep him as well. He's a bit of a leader.
Yeah,
he's got 4 goals and 5 assists this season.
Yeah, in this season when we've been woeful.
Yeah, Ollie Skip.
Keep him as a squad player.
I think so.
You know, he's like see Ben Davies. He's been there 7-8 years. Your time's done. Like, give Skip a little chance.
Oliver Skip should be 4th choice central midfield player for me.
I agree with that.
Basuma, Højbjerg.
What about a loan to a Premier League club?
I think if you're looking at 4 central midfield players, you could go Bentancur, Basuma, Højbjerg, and Skip. If you want to improve that, by the way, I don't know. Again, it's what Spurs are going to see as key areas to address. Is that going to be one of them? Probably not, because they'll probably be thinking, no, we spent money on Basuma, we've got Bentancur coming back. If them two can blossom and get a partnership going, we'll be all right in that area.
Yeah.
So I think he'd probably be 4th choice for me. But you'll probably get a lot of Spurs fans that say, no, I rate him better more than Højbjerg.
Because he's Spurs.
Yeah, because he's Spurs.
I look at numbers.
Yeah, I agree.
Ndombele.
I have a massive soft spot for him because he's so good.
He's your type of player, isn't he?
Absolutely, because he's just attackers.
He's got such great technical ability, but he's had too many chances for me.
He doesn't seem like a bad egg around the boys. The boys seem to like him. Boys are all very complimentary of him. So he ain't someone that's going to cause a ruckus in your team. Sometimes this season we've needed something else. Just something else.
Do you know what, mate?
So I get that.
Do you know what I saw? I'm not sure if it was last season, the season before. I went and watched. You probably was there. It's open day training session.
Yeah. You said about this.
There's an open day training session, right, at the Spurs ground. Yeah. His application that day was embarrassing, and he's everything that you don't want in a football player. Honestly, he didn't do a thing. He didn't want to run. He didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to join in. I looked at him that day and I thought, you ain't no good for this club. You ain't going to kick us on. And he's gone to Napoli. He's been a bit part player at Napoli, by the way. He ain't been a mainstay in that team. And they're not going to pay for him. They're not willing to go, okay, we've won the league.
It does say a lot that they don't want to have him.
Absolutely. But I just think if you're playing people like Oliver Skip in central midfield, Højbjerg or whatever, it opens up the conversation again and go, he might be able to get a little bit more. He might be able to do a little bit more in this team.
He's had too many chances. The guy can't get himself fit enough to play 90 minutes of football or even 45 minutes of football. So how can you have him in your squad? You can't.
I just think in terms of just having that natural ability, he has more natural ability than, like you said, like an Oliver Skip. So if you're in a situation where you need someone to do a little bit of magic,
looks very uninterested on a pitch match.
Yeah, but if he was to come back and say, look, for me it's a fresh start under a new manager, I want to give it my all, I'd give him the go.
You know who I compare him to? Adel Taarabt.
Yeah,
you know, Adel Taarabt had bundles and bundles of ability. He just couldn't give a fuck.
No.
You know?
I agree.
Same with Ndombele. I think Ndombele's got more ability than that.
And less fucks.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because that's going to be an interesting one, because that might just be the one where Spurs have a look at. But then if you're going to pick one out of two, because you might just be one of the two, would you have him or Lo Celso?
I'll keep Lo Celso over Ndombele.
Because that might just be the decision that has to get made. Although hearing a lot of rumours that they want him to Aston Villa under Unai Emery, so he might just end up there, Lo Celso, which will probably might be an opportunity of getting the money back, or quite a chunk of it that we paid for him. So that might be an opportunity to get rid of.
And Ndombele's on 200 grand a week. Like, come on, he needs to go.
That's mad money.
Reguilon.
Well, so we said it at the start, didn't we? I think if someone's asking me who do you want to take now, assessing you on a Reguilon, I'd probably go Reggie.
Same. I liked him as well. I don't know why he even sort of... He got injured and he went
got a little bit too Instagram crazy with a partner and all that. Too many photos there. Again, concentrate on football. Too many players at Spurs. Too many players at Spurs concentrate on all the other things apart from the football.
Yeah.
That's what wins your football games. The thing on the brown thing. Concentrate a bit more on that.
Winks. He's got
gotta go.
Got relegated this year in Serie A with Sampdoria.
Oh, the man's rubbish.
Do you reckon in like 5 years' time we're going to be speaking about Skip like we do about Winks?
I think
he's already there.
Yeah,
already there.
Yeah.
Not a lot in. I'm
going to throw some names at you. Ryan Mason, Tom Carroll, Oliver Skip, Harry Winks, all the same.
Yeah, all in the category.
All one of the same. And Holtby's the German version.
If you're going to criticise Harry Winks for playing sideways and backwards, Oliver Skip don't play too dissimilar.
No. And both of them have scored an amazing goal before.
But you're giving him a bit more credit.
Skip against Chelsea and winks in the Europa.
You're giving him a bit more credit because he's a little bit further back in the process. But as you said, a couple of years' time, don't be surprised if it's the same conversation.
Jose said Skip's going to be a future Spurs captain, and he's not very. He's usually not wrong about these things.
I saw him do it. I'm not again.
Jose Mourinho also got rid of Kevin De Bruyne and Salah.
Did you see the social media post that he done, Oliver Skip?
No.
Before a game recently.
No.
He tried to rouse the fans up and everything.
Come on.
He ain't going to be your captain, mate. He ain't going to inspire you in the changing room if you're in the
leadership group.
I'm in the leadership group.
I'm knocking him. And as I said, I would love nothing more than to come back on this show next season and go, what a player Oliver Skip. Absolutely fantastic. I'd love nothing more because I'm a Spurs fan. It's nothing personal. I'm just saying it how it is, I think.
Lo Celso we mentioned. I mean, I'd prefer to get rid, but if it's between the two, I'd keep him. But I'd say still get rid.
Who's that? Sorry,
Lo Celso.
Yeah, well, again, if the Aston Villa opportunity falls into your hands, you're probably going to run with that one, especially if you're going to get the money back.
And last two, Brian Hill and Joe Rodon.
Well, that killed me, the Brian Hill one, when you're setting up Eric Lamela and getting yourself into cup finals.
I keep Brian Hill. He's shown me enough for me to go.
You like him, yeah?
Yeah, I'd also buy Danjuma.
Really?
Yeah, but we need players, bruv. We need to have a squad.
I'm not having any of them two, personally.
I like Brian Hill, and I thought he was actually showing stuff in the Spurs shirt just before we let him out on loan. I didn't get why we let him
I know.
out on loan.
And again, a player that we could have done with to do something different.
I like Brian Hill. I really do. I think he's a good player. He just
Fair,
needs to bulk up a bit.
Yeah, but how long do you keep saying that?
He needs to get on the weights.
That's the trouble. How long do you keep saying he's got to bulk up? We're 12 months down the road. We're saying the same thing. Saying it in another 12 months.
Yeah, well, I think one more year. Give Brian Hill a more year. He's still young, though. You've got to remember that.
Yeah.
And again, we're doing him a disservice. We should be loaning him out to English teams, to Premier League
That's
teams.
a great shout. Look, again...
Get him over Luton.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, Brian Hill,
if
he bulks up a little bit and starts doing it...
There's just so much uncertainty around our club at the minute. It's just, it leaves me feeling anxious and I hate it.
Really?
So I step away from it and just tell me what's happening and then I'll make my decisions.